Hi guys, welcome back, and today we are going to cover the part 2 of how to create storage using FreeNAS. If you haven't seen the part 1, don't worry, you can obviously go back and check that later. Today we are going to cover how to provision the ESX host, how to provision the shared storage on your ESX host using your FreeNAS storage or data store which you have created. Again, don't forget, this is requested on demand by a couple of you guys, which I'm really happy about, because obviously if you guys ask me stuff which you want to learn, I can make more content and I'll be happy to do it, and this is the result of it, really. So thank you very much for reaching out and asking me to create this, and I enjoyed doing it as well. In this previous session we did go through how to create and configure the FreeNAS server, so that's done. Today we are going to cover the ESX host, and don't forget, I have a live demo and also see how to extend an existing data store which is presented by the FreeNAS as well. So stay tuned to find out two important things on the ESX host, and then you will be able to see the storage from the FreeNAS. First one is add a network for iSCSI. This is IP I'm going to use today, and then we have to add the iSCSI software initiator, and then we rescan it, and then we'll be able to see that. Let's get back to my ESX host. Quick refresh. So this is the host we'll be working on today. I've put it on maintenance because we are doing some work here now. There's no VMs here, as you can see. So let's go configuration. The first thing we'll be doing is going to networks, VM kernel adapters, and I'll be adding iSCSI network. Now I want to keep it consistent with the existing name which I have got for this particular host in the demo cluster. The name which I have here is iSCSI traffic, iSCSI traffic, and it's connected on switch 0, and the IP, as you can see, is 114 here because the host is 104. So I'm going to keep the IP 113 which I have set because this host is 103. So let's go back here, add VM kernel adapter, that's fine. Switch 0, that's fine. iSCSI -trc. We're not going to touch anything here. We are not going to change any VLANs because this is going to be dedicated network for iSCSI only. Click next. Click on use static IP address. The IP address is 192.168.1.113 because this is 103. This IP is going to be 103. This is a /24, so 255.255.255.0, and click next. That's about it. This is how you add the iSCSI network. You'll see the network here. Brilliant. Just very similar to what we have got here. Okay, now the next thing we need to go and do is to add iSCSI initiator. For that you need to click on devices. Now before I do that, I do want to show you something. Click on data stores. You see, this is the local data store which I have here, and there's nothing else here. Over here in this other host which is not on maintenance, you'll see a new storage here. This is the local data store. I didn't name it local, but I have named it 104 because this IP is 104. But this is the FreeNAS LAN which is presented from FreeNAS, and eventually we'll see this coming up once we provision it. Okay, so over here you can't see that at this moment. Okay, so let's go back to configuration. And over here you'll see storage adapters which are okay. You can see that. So we can see that we already have a block iSCSI adapter there, but we need to go to storage devices just to see what we have on the storage side as well. So this is again local disk again here, which is a 40 gig, which we are seeing after the installation is showing 36 I think, and this is another flash drive disk which we can see here, and there's a CD-ROM disk which is connected. So this is how we add the software iSCSI initiator. Click on storage adapter and you can see there isn't any iSCSI storage adapter created so far. Yeah, I have scrolled it down a little bit. Okay, what we are going to do is we are going to add a software iSCSI adapter. It will ask you, do you want to do it? Say yes, and there we go. iSCSI software adapter is now added. Select the adapter. There is some configuration changes we need to do. Select the adapter and then click on device. Targets. So in targets, we need to add some dynamic targets. What we do is we click add, and by default it has selected the port number which you have seen on the FreeNAS as well, but I will need to add the IP address for the FreeNAS server, which is 192.168.1.150. As you can see here, my FreeNAS server is 192.168.1.150. So that's what I have added, and also to show you the details, 3260 is the port number which we have got here. Sorry, yeah, 3260 is the port number and the IP address. Click on OK. And then you will instantly see the message saying, due to recent configuration change, rescan of the storage is recommended. When we rescan it, we'll start seeing the storage. So I'm on the storage tab, but what we do here is we can click here. That's the refresh. You need to rescan. You go to storage and say rescan, and then click OK. .192.168.1.150, that's correct. So if we click on static discovery, now I am able to see the entire target name which I gave, which I was showing you earlier. So it is able to see the storage now. So what I have to do now is click on storage, and this LAN has appeared here now. Click on host and I can see my host. So the other way to see it is click on the host again and then click on devices. Now you can see the third device. So we had 1, 2 and 3 earlier. This is the 40 gig and the 10 gig flash drive. These are local, and then CD-ROM, and we have now started seeing a 60 gig drive again. I'll tell you what I'll add in this demo. I'll add how to extend the disk, because I have done a video on this and I wasn't able to properly extend a disk in that video. So let's quickly go and show you how to do that. So what we do is we go to pools, and if I remember correctly, it's the second disk which I have presented in this pool, which is this one, 60 gig. If we go here, you can see it's 59 point something, yeah, 60 gig. So let's make it 65 gig, and you'll see it changing after we have extended. So extending the disk is also quite simple. What you need to do is you select the LUN which you need to extend, and then edit it, and then you make it 65. Let's add another 5 there. Okay, save that. And guys, this is a quick demo of how to extend a disk again, for those of you who are joining me now. I know I have done a video, but in that one, because I was using a local disk, I couldn't show you how to extend it properly. But yeah, so I have extended it on the storage. So for you guys, the storage admin you'll request it to the storage admin to extend the disk. They will do it on their end, and they'll say thumbs up, guys, they have extended it, and then it's your job now to extend it from your side. So over here you still can see the 60 gig, and this is the refresh storage button. I click on that, and there you go, a 65. Normally I have also seen that we need to basically do it in a different fashion as well. Let me quickly show you that one. So 60 gig one is this. Let's extend it for another 3 gig. 65. So let's make it 60. Let's make it 71 on. Save it. Over here, let's use this interface to give you an idea. What we do is we right click on the interface on the FreeNAS, which is the same thing what we have here on storage. If you see, and if we click summary, it's still showing 65 gig. Yeah, so the reason you were seeing more is you're actually seeing from the storage device side that from your storage admin, your storage has increased. Your storage admin basically has done the job which you have requested, and it has been given 65 gig, but actually you still need to extend it. So this is why the storage device tab is very important, to keep an eye on what is presented. So if I refresh this again, you'll now see 70 gig. There you go, you can see it's 76 gig, but in essence it's not 70 gig yet because you didn't expand it on your side. So if you click on datastores and click on the FreeNAS, you still have it as 59 gig. So to extend it, what we have to do is right click and increase datastore capacity, and now you'll see the additional 10 gig. So this is the FreeNAS we are working on. Say next, and you can see this 10 gig additional free space. Free state and with capacity will be 70. Use the 10 gig which is there, yeah, or you can just slide it. So use the 10 gig available. You can just reduce it and say no, use only 5 gig available, maybe, you know, you can choose to do that if you want to. But in this scenario we want to use say for example all of it, so you go all of it. Okay, let's stick to 5 gig, and then I can do another demo later on in the day and show just a dedicated piece on that. So finish, and that's it. So this will be, instead of 60, this will be 65 now. If I refresh, there you go, 64.75, and that's how you do it. Brilliant. As promised, I wanted to finish off with doing a live demo of vMotion, the compute and CPU migration. So let's finish off with an introduction to a new topic, which is vMotion. So this will be a very nice touch that we are going to start new topics now by finishing the storage topic, which we are covering since a couple of weeks now. So, and again, vMotion requires shared storage, so this is why it's another reason I want to finish off with that. And you'll see the beauty of VMware now coming to life. So I have exit maintenance mode, refresh it. Yeah, that has exited. Now guys, I'm going to quickly enable vMotion on this management network. Don't panic, I'm going to go through all this, what is vMotion, how you can configure and everything later on. It's purely for showing you the vMotion. So if you see here, there's no VMs running on here, but on this particular host you have 1, 2, 3 VMs running, which are powered on, and one is powered off. So if you go back here, boom, automatically there is CentOS VM which has been pushed here, and that's because this host was struggling with memory because it had all the workload running on it so far. As soon as I enabled vMotion network and it has seen that it has shared storage, it started pushing the OS there. But what we'll do is I'll show you actually how it does. So that's an example of distributed resource scheduler. So the cluster basically distributes the resources equally, or at least try to justify and balance the cluster by moving the workload around. So that's what happened in the background just now. But let's move this Kali Linux here, change compute resources, click next, and then select your host, click next, and then schedule with priority, and then finish. So you'll see this disappearing in a minute from here. Gone. There you go, and it is available here. So that's live vMotion, guys. Well, we have it here. Migrate. Put it back on O3. Before I click finish, let's get this online. Finish. It's here. It's going to move now. That's your ping drop, and that's disappeared from there. So this is live migration using vMotion, guys, and your server is over here. Brilliant. So this is a small introduction to new topics which we are going to cover, which is going to be right after a little bit of networking topics which we'll cover, which will be the grounding for diving deep in vMotion, high availability, DRS, EVC. So these sort of topics we are going to cover in the next coming sessions. Okay, so I hope you liked the live demo which I have done with Compute vMotion. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get updates for the new 2 sessions which I do every week, which is Monday and Thursday. Reach out to me on Ibrahim Quraishi on Twitter. Guys, I'm less than 500 on followers. I have less than 500 followers on Twitter, so help me out here. Can you start following me and suggesting to your friends, and also try and promote my blog, my YouTube channel. I want to reach 1000 subscribers as soon as possible, so it will be a great help. I hope you enjoyed watching today's session. These are IbrahimQuraishi.com is my blog where I post most of my sessions. I'm starting to work on another concept for curating content from different virtualization admins who have awesome posts coming every week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect them, and if you sign up subscribe for a newsletter on agileops.co.uk, I will be curating them personally and sending a weekly newsletter. So who doesn't want to have the latest happening blog post directly in your inbox? So don't forget to subscribe on agileops.com, guys. Question of the day today, so are you ready for it? The port number for iSCSI. If you remember, I have showed it when doing the NAS setup on FreeNAS as well, and also on the ESX server as well. So if you remember it, can you just write down the port number below, or just give it a guess? I'll correct you if you're wrong, don't worry. Okay, so don't forget to leave a comment with the port number, and let me know how you like this session, and if there is anything else which you want me to do. And as this session is purely because people have asked me to do this session, and that's why I have done this. I can do more of these. I love to hear back, and I love to create more content for you guys. So don't forget to subscribe and enjoy watching, and keep sharing, guys. Cheers, bye.